Yes, it's a big setup here. I was going to put the box behind it, but it's just, I couldn't fit everything on there because it's so damn big. So there you go. This is, ladies and gentlemen, the Vintage Collection New Hope TIE Fighter. And like I said before, the grey colour does it for me totally. Because, you know, some of the TIE Fighters have had that turquoise colour. You know, even going right back to the 80s, and they're not turquoise, are they? In the New Hope, they're grey. And I think that this is modelled on the Legacy Collection TIE Fighter, which was, you know, scaled like this beast right here. Basically, yeah, everything in the Legacy Collection is big, like the AT-AT, the Falcon, their TIE Fighter. But their TIE Fighter was like a kind of like a whitey kind of very light grey, but this one just, colour-wise does it for me. And it's nice, as I said before, to finally own a really good piece, a TIE Fighter. If I already owned a Legacy one, I wouldn't really want to be getting this as well, but since I don't have another TIE Fighter, then why not get this piece here? Awesome. So I want to say that inside it you get a TIE Fighter included with it, which is quite nice. Usually figures are not included, but that one is. And I actually already owned him. I won him loose a long time ago. I won loads of figures one day on eBay. Some guy was just listing loads of Vintage Collection figures loose as Star Wars figure, Star Wars figure, Star Wars figure. So if you put things specific on eBay, more people see them. But luckily for me, it finished in midweek and nobody was obviously watching all his stuff, so I won this. The thing about this is I need someone like Manny, MG Villain. He's a really good guy to talk to about figures, but one thing I can tell you that I don't have is this. I don't have this loose. Let's take a look at this. This is the TIE Fighter from the Vintage Collection, and it is not, repeat, not. Just move these guys out of the way. What you get inside the vehicle. I'm really sorry, this has gone to pieces already. It is not what you get free in this TIE Fighter. Let me just try and arrange this now. Live TV, folks. God damn it. I can't get light on it. It's so black and dark, it's hard to tell. Here we go. So there he is. That's the Vintage Collection TIE Fighter. Now, I was led to believe by people that this was a variant. I've lost him. I don't believe this. This guy here with the silver streak on his head was a Vintage Collection TIE Fighter like this guy on that card. But he was a variant. I really don't know. Can anyone shed any light on that? Let me know. I just thought I'd also show you these other TIE Fighter pilots. This guy came from the abandoned Legacy Collection Lost line, and I want to mention Babbling Booby right now because he has got a 12-inch awesome TIE Fighter pilot. Recently he's added to his collection, and it has these grey stripes. This guy is from Black Squadron, I'm led to believe. The interesting thing about this guy is, just try and focus on the cog, he only has one cog on his helmet. That side's blank. Apparently this guy is modelled on the actual New Hope squadron that followed the Falcon. Maybe in that last battle. Come on, buddy, we're not out of this yet. And I just want to show you this TIE Fighter here. This is an awesome TIE Fighter. One of the most recent releases. And this guy is a 5POA TIE Fighter, but that head sculpt is unbelievable. Is that digital sculpting that they've used to do that? Whatever they've used, that says to me TIE Fighter in the movie. That the most screen accurate TIE Fighter I've ever seen. The only problem is it's 5POA. I think this came available with the Rogue One TIE Striker, which my nephew gave me this, which was very generous of him. Anyway, let's go back to this actual TIE Fighter, and like I said, it's great. It looks amazing. I've got it on the top of my Donkey Kong machine, the one behind me, and what can I tell you about it? Let's give you a good look at it. It's hard to film it because it's so big, but the wings are great. The only thing it's missing, excuse me, in my opinion, is just a little bit of weathering. One might argue that if it's come out of the Imperial factory and it's only in space on the Death Star, it won't have any weathering, you know, water damage or dirt or whatever, which is fair enough, but I just think a little bit of weathering somewhere would have made all the difference. Now, I can tell you one thing, that it looks a lot better quality. The plastic looks better than the cheap TIE Fighters you can get, of which I'm going to give you a quick size comparison now. Bear with me, excuse all this handheld nonsense. That is a cheap Force Awakens TIE Fighter there, right? It cost me £7. It's got terrible wonky wings as well. And that is the new, oh gee. There goes one of the wings, man. Yeah, there is the new one, so it's huge, isn't it? So it's really good, and it's fantastic. If you've got somewhere to display it, like myself, then get one, because, you know, it will look good. Let's have a look inside. So let's open the hatch, and inside, as you can see, is the TIE Fighter pilot that you get free, and he is on an ejector seat. But I'll just show you that it's nice that they already included, or they put their stickers, decals, whatever you call them, already inside for you. Saves you messing around like you used to do in the old days, because if you put them on wrong, you've had it. He is in an ejector seat. Come on, man, get out of there. I'll just get the pilot out of there. Come on. There, he's out. Another look inside. Can we get some of the controls there? I'm really sorry if you're not getting this, but there you go. There's the ejector seat. You don't see them in A New Hope. It's nice, there's a bit of a crossover between the saga, across the saga now, because you do see an ejector seat in Force Awakens, so it's nice that you get that crossover. Obviously they all had ejector seats. In fact, didn't Jet Porkins on the Battle of Yavin, he said, eject! I can't hold him, no, I'm alright, I'm alright! I mean, if he was to eject, he didn't have a mask on or anything, whereas these guys, they look like they could survive in space if they ejected. Jet Porkins would have had to whip on a little face mask or something. But anyway, so there is the pilot you get with it. It's nice, and no, he is exactly the same as the Vintage Collection sculpt. And yeah, that one there, that it is identical to the one inside the Vintage card. And he does not, unfortunately, have a ball jointed hips. But it doesn't matter, as long as he can sit in that seat, that's fine. And also his helmet is not removable, apparently. Well, apparently, I'm telling you, I'd heard that, but yes, I'm also confirming it isn't. Whereas these guys, they are. But that doesn't matter, because these guys don't take their helmets off, so I like that respect to the original trilogy. I'd love to see another TIE Fighter release, to be honest. I was going to do a video on this, never have actually, but as in the actual pilot, I beg your pardon. I would love them to put out another pilot, not on an Empire Strikes Back card, because that is Empire Strikes Back. You can see that that is the asteroid chase. I'd love them to give us customizers. Let me know if you've got any nice images to show of this. This is the figure I want them to put out again, which was awesome. Great helmet, that. And on a special New Hope card back, Star Wars Chase, with just the image of the TIE Fighter in the cockpit, which is the image of the TIE Fighter we know and love. That's the first time, you know, you ever see what they look like is in the cockpit of their, you know, ships. So that would be quite cool. I hope you can picture the card back I'm on about. That's all I can really tell you. And yes, these do eject. But I ain't going to be doing that. Nor should you if you are an adult and you've got it on there. Yeah, on one fixed place to display. Don't want to be wearing out any mechanisms either. So that is all I really can say. I hope you've enjoyed that, ladies and gentlemen. This has been Only One Kenobi. Only One. Out.